Today is Boxing Day and we're hitting the road as we're heading from Bicheno all the way to Launceston. So that is going to be our third stop on our Tasmania trip. In today's vlog, I'll be showing you some of the best spots along the way, breaking down exactly how much it all costs and giving my honest take on every location. Then once we roll into Launceston, we'll check into our hotel and see if we've got time to explore the city. This is going to be an incredible ride, so let's get moving. Good morning from our first stop as we make our way towards Launceston. It was quite sad this morning saying goodbye to Suncoast Lodge, but it will always be remembered as the place where we spent Christmas in Australia. So we have many stops from viewpoints to beaches to even waterfalls today, so hopefully we get to see some incredible sights. But let me show you the one that I've got right in front of me now. It is the 4 Mile Creek Scenic Lookout, which looks unbelievable. So it's where the waves have been carving the landscapes for thousands of years, creating these amazing views. So there's a little path which we're about to take, which should take us straight to the beach. It's only about a 10-second path and we'll be there. And it looks quite windy and wavy, so it's probably a really good spot for surfers who want to come down and do a little bit of surfing. But just look at this. It is beautiful. There's Beth in her coat again. It is pretty windy and not the warmest of days, but it's definitely not raining, which is good news. Look at how white the sand is though, and how blue the water is. That'll be a perfect spot to do some surfing. What I do love about all of these beaches is just how soft the sand is. You can just walk barefoot and it feels lovely. I mean, the water is freezing, so actually getting into the sea isn't very inviting, but if you've got a wetsuit or anything, then you probably could go in and go for a swim. Also, they're just so quiet. There's like no one around really. There's a few people in the distance at the far end, and I think there might be a couple of people who are actually surfing in the far end too. So it definitely looks like a spot which would be pretty good if you enjoy a bit of surfing. We're currently making our way towards the next stop. However, whilst we were driving, we looked out to our right and saw this spectacular view. So this is the mouth of the river from around St Helens going into the sea. So St Helens is like a little coastal town just a little bit further north from Bicheno. Got loads of people fishing over there too, which is pretty cool. And then all the seagulls are like flocking them too, because they obviously want a little piece of that fish. It's a great stop for a picnic too. They've got loads of picnic tables. They've got a barbecue too if you wanted to have a barbecue. But now it is time to make our way onto the next stop, which is just a little bit further up to the north. Tasmania is definitely not a place to come without either a hire car or a camper van, because there's so many really nice locations to stop at on the way around. I don't even think you could probably do it without either of those, but it is beautiful to just stop off on the side of the road, take a look at another amazing site, and then continue on to the one after. So let's get going. We've just arrived at stop 2, which is Binalong Bay, which is known for its white sands again, its crystal clear blue waters, and its granite rocks. Just look at how beautiful that is right there. It looks really inviting. I'd love to go for a swim in there. It's so calm, the water. However, I bet it is freezing. But we're going to walk along the Skeleton Bay walking track, which goes around the reserve, and hopefully we get to see a lot more images like this. So we're now making our way up to the viewing platform of the Bay of Fires. And I was just reading up about it, and apparently this is quite a big spot for whales again, very similar to Bicheno, which we saw yesterday. But look at how incredible this area actually is. You can see why it's called Bay of Fires with the red granite rocks there, and it looks absolutely incredible. They used to watch whales basically from here and then unfortunately go out and kill them. So thankfully that is not a thing anymore, but it does look absolutely unbelievable now. And there's probably a lot of places where you can go for a swim in the water too, as it is a lot calmer over here compared to the last couple of stops where it was very wavy and perfect for surfers, but it is beautiful. The actual reason why the Bay of Fires has this name is that Captain Tobias named it after seeing loads of Aboriginal fires all along the coastline. So that meant that there must be a lot more life on this country than he originally thought. So it's pretty amazing, to be honest. The view, just you can see so far in the distance, so you can see just how he could have spotted so many different fires along the coast. So for the first time, we actually saw people sunbathing down by one of the bays. It was actually quite nice because there was no wind at all down there. So it was quite warm, because when you're in the sun, it's nice, but it's the cold, brisk wind which makes you not want to get into the sea. So there's some people down there in swimming shorts and bikinis, people going into the sea too. So if you do like that sort of thing, that is probably a good place to stop off and maybe have a picnic and just relax by the beach for the day. So about a 10-minute walk from Binalong Bay, we have made it to Skeleton Bay, which again is stunning and a great place to just relax and go for a swim. There's actually quite a few people at this one too, but it's so quiet and secluded. I'm surprised there's actually people here, but obviously it's quite touristy now, as lots of people know about it, but it is beautiful. Again, the water is just so clear. It's actually crazy how clear it is. And then it's white sands again, and that's because of the granite rocks, which are here in the northeastern and eastern side of Tasmania. So that is why the sand is so beautiful. This is honestly just so peaceful. I could sit here all day. Our next stop is the Gardens, which is about a 15-minute drive to the north, still within the Bay of Fire area. And it is beautiful again, with the white sands, the red rocks and the blue water. So they think that they got its name from the dense amount of vegetation, the rocks and the sea. So it sort of made like a garden sort of look, but they're not actually 100% sure on where the name actually came from. The sand here is so white and so soft, it feels unbelievable. Just look at how incredible this is. There's a lot of people just sunbathing over there on the beach, and I can see why, because this area is incredible. And the reason why it's so flat and they're so sparse is apparently the Aboriginals used to cut down loads of the trees, set them all on fire so that they could attract animals and stuff and be able to see for far distances for when they were hunting, hence why it is so sparse here. But it is beautiful. Again, it's unbelievable. It makes me speechless just seeing how amazing this actually is. And again, it's another spot where you can spot whales sometimes during migration season. The whole of the East Coast really is where you can spot whales, but it's not during December, unfortunately, which is when we are here today. But yeah, just take that in. Unbelievable. So I think that is going to be it for all of the beaches whilst we are here in Tasmania. So it's sad to say goodbye to those white sandy beaches, but it'd be nice to see something else, because I feel over the last few days it has been 90% beaches, rocks and coast, but now we're moving inland into some more impressive things. So we're starting it off with a waterfall. After just over 1 hour, we have arrived at St Columba Falls, and it's about a 10 to 15 minute walk to the waterfall, and then obviously a 10 to 15 minute walk back. However, the way there, it is all downhill, whereas the way back it's all uphill, which makes it that little bit harder. But I'm looking forward to seeing this, as we've not seen a waterfall yet here in Australia. But right now it's a lot cooler as we're in the dense forest rather than by the seaside on the beach, although it's quite windy on the beach, so that kept it cool too. The drive to the falls was amazing too. So basically going through the valleys almost. And it's got hills either side, really flat, loads of cows and calves, which we saw on either side of the road too. It was really cute. So hopefully we'll be going back the same route before heading towards Launceston. This behind me here is St Columba Falls, which is one of the tallest waterfalls here in Tasmania, with a 90-metre drop, as you can see, and behind me it's just flowing all the way down there. But it is beautiful. It's in the rainforest. It kind of reminds us a little bit of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. But look at how impressive that waterfall is. It's completely different to the ones that we were seeing in Southeast Asia, because they were beautiful too, but they were more beautiful because of their colour, whereas this one is more beautiful for the sheer size and the fact it is within a rainforest. So that is incredible. This is definitely a stop you don't want to miss. It's really cool to see this one, St Columba Falls. Just look at it, it's beautiful. You get so many good photos too, because it's like a sort of rock that you can stand on at the end, and then you can get your photo with the waterfall. It's quite bright now though, so maybe a better time to do it is in the morning, but I suppose if you're going from Bicheno all the way to Launceston, there's no point in doing this one first, then going back to the others, because it's still pretty far. But the sun is beautiful, honestly. The nature around Tasmania has really surprised me, because I didn't know anything about it really until I came here. And now that I've come here, I definitely recommend for everyone else to go. Not many people I know have actually gone, so if you are thinking of going, definitely do it. So we're just heading on our way to Launceston now. So we finished with the St Columba Falls, but look at how cute these calves are in the fields. We've literally just passed a dairy farm too, so there was hundreds of cows just in the fields, but these guys are beautiful. Look at them. I wonder how old they are. Someone in the comments who's an expert on calves, let me know how old these cows are. We're about 40 minutes away from Launceston, and we had to stop off and pull over at this lookout because it is incredible. Take a look at that view behind me. That is definitely one of the best views I've ever seen. I feel like I've said this so many times, but the drive here has been insane. It's probably one of the biggest highlights is just the driving around, because there's so many good views and amazing places to stop off at. And then there's a little map thing down here too, telling you where all the different mountains actually are. So you've got Mount Cameron, Mount Stronach, Mount Horror, all in the distance over there. Then Mount Munro, Cape Barren Island, and a few other ones to the left-hand side. But you can see for so far, it's crazy. And I'm so happy as well that the weather's good, because if it was raining or really cloudy and you couldn't see anything, it'd be a bit disappointing, but that is insane. So after a final 40-minute drive, we have arrived here in Launceston with the beautiful blue skies, and we're staying at the Commodore Regent Launceston Hotel, which has cost us $212 per night, which is just over £100. So it's quite expensive, but I think it's probably because we are here during the holiday season. And as you can see behind me, it kind of looks like the American style motels, but let me show you around the rooms. So this is our room number 35. And then as you come in, it's got like a fridge, got a kettle, the coffee stuff as usual, and then a wardrobe in behind there. You've then got the sofa, black little table there, then the bed. So the bed actually looks okay, to be fair. And it's It's a decent squidginess, probably the worst of the 3 beds though that we've had so far. Then we've got the desk area, you've got TV, and then into the bathroom. So the bathroom's obviously got the sink, the toilet, and then the shower. So it's a little bit dated, the hotel, to be honest, but it's going to do. We're only here for the 2 nights and we're barely spending any time in the hotels. So that is not an issue at all. But we've got decent views as you walk out because we're up on the top level. So you can sort of see out all the way out over Launceston, although it's very bright now because the sun is beginning to set. But as we arrived later than we expected, it is now time to head off to bed as we've got park run in the morning and then we are off to see a load of wineries tomorrow. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure to smash that subscribe button as it does go a long way to supporting the channel. And as I'm trying to improve my videos, it'd be great to let me know how I could do that too by leaving me a comment down in the comments section below. And if you did enjoy this one, you should go and check out yesterday's where we went round exploring Bicheno on Christmas Day and had an Aussie Christmas lunch to finish it all off. So that was really good fun. Or you can go and check out all of my other vlogs in the worldwide vlog playlist, which has them from all over the world, including Asia, Europe, and now Australia too. But hopefully tomorrow is going to be yet another amazing day here in Tasmania, so I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog.